Well, with that, let's march on. I'd prefer not to walk away from this game early tonight, particularly with a more sour taste in my mouth. I would have loved to enjoyed that game, but, you know, when animation bias is that much against you. So, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We fought like hell. It just wasn't meant to be, I guess. I imagine we're going to lose some prestige. Just, like I said, a disastrous season for us. Who won the national title? Ohio State wins their first national title in this dynasty. They beat Stanford 38-31 to do it. And with that, an off season. We're still in a battle for some of our top targets, but we're not going to have enough points across the board to go after all of them. Jim Harbaugh retires, and Miami's head coaching position's open, but as much as this team is cursed, we're not going to leave. All right, players leaving. Oh, players leaving. Oh, players leaving. Just lost him 5 overtimes. Let's see. Coaching changes. What do we have? Conference USA wise, we have extended our offensive coordinator, which And our original head coach, old white fat rock with Florida State, has stayed. So pretty much no interesting changes in terms of players leaving. At running back, we say goodbye to Qui-Gon Gin and Tonic. We say goodbye to fullback Shingle McPringleterry. To wide receiver Jackson Flaxen Waxen. To offensive lineman Humorous Mallard. Defensive line Staxo Pancakes. Defensive tackles, wax on, wax off, and 91 overall, Patrick Nuggy Jones. Linebacker, Eric Andre Fleury. Middle linebacker, Wile E. Coyote. And then 4-star recruit. We didn't even redshirt him, and he still wants... No, we did redshirt him, Tyler Biggs. I guess we went aggressive with him. I didn't think that we redshirted him, but we went aggressive, and he chose to leave. We'll see if we can keep him, but I doubt it. Bacardi Mojito's also gone. Yeah, I mean, every time persuasion chance is very low. Yeah. Well, he said he's not done. He's not done. He'll have more than 40 tackles. We need more time. He'll have more than 5 sacks. All right, cool. We've lost Tyler Biggs. That's great. Corners, we lose Michel and Great Scott III, who wasn't so great in that bowl game. Tim Allen. Also, you don't deserve the last name being said. You fucking disgraced it. We also lose safety Bowtie. And 92 overall kicker Pop Gregovich. How are we going to bounce back from this? Nobody goes pro for us this year. Will we have a transfer request? No, we won't. Surprise, surprise. So we go to the final stage of recruiting, where there's no shot in hell we're going to get everybody that we needed in terms of filling positions, let alone the dudes who are actually on our board. We've only used up 2 scholarships. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. We got 4-star linebacker Sheldon Holt and 3-star corner Brian Palmer. So in terms of who is left... At quarterback, we are in the lead for Charles Cooper, but I can't afford to put any points on him because he's only a 3-star. Same with 3-star running back Graham Nichols. I'm sure we'll lose him. And the 1-star fullback Blake Jenkins. The question is, do we fight for Tyler Howard, the #1 recruit in the nation who's considering picking fucking Houston? On the O-line, I mean, Galloway's shit, so what's the point? Could fight for 3-star guard Randy Ingram. We are in the lead for him. We got a 2-star and a 3-star. Let's offer Tim Gordon a scholarship. Still no automatic acceptances. Not a single one this season. Not a single player automatically accepted. We also have 5-star safety Greg Wilson. And 1 athlete left, 4-star Craig Foster. Yeah, it's too late to schedule visits, of course. So, the question is whether or not we go all in on one of these two or go 50-50 with our near 15,000 points. And I'm thinking 50-50. That would be about 7,500. Of course, technically 74.75 after that. I think we go 50-50. We've struggled for these guys all season long. I'm not going to go for anybody else except the top two because that is the only way we can swallow this incredibly bitter pill of horrific luck on the field and even more horrific luck off the field. We are absolutely boned. We had such promise as a program, and I feel like the door has just been slammed in our face. We'll go 50-50 for Howard or Wilson, and we'll hope to get at least one of them. We might end up with neither. Let's see what happens. Almost dropped the goddamn controller. That would have been great. I can't believe we lost that overtime game. I shouldn't feel that way, but the amount of things that went wrong for me animation-wise. Thank God. We finally get something. We had to go through a fucking Andy Dufresne tunnel of shit to get something. But we do get the #1 recruit in the nation by the end of it, the Texan, Tyler Howard. And we get 5-star safety, Greg Wilson, as well as the quarterback, Charles Cooper, a defensive end in Tim Gordon. It's not everything that we needed. Ballhawk, what's going on? It's not everything that we needed, not even close. We're going to have to deal with walk-ons for a season. We're used to using 20 to 25 scholarships. We were able to sign 6 players.
Oh, good.
But 2 5-stars, a 4-star. Thank you for the follow, by the way. 2 3-stars and a 2-star. And we did lose a prestige star. We were a 4-star program. Now we're back down to 3. I cannot begin to explain. And this is the lowest we've ever had in terms of draft class ranking. Ever. I cannot begin to explain how disastrous of a season that could have been for us. Short term, we already know how disastrous it was. Long term's the question. I do want to look at who had the top class. The answer is Ohio State, the defending national champions. All right, we march on. We march on, we march on. Position changes, I don't even know. I don't even know. Paulie, what's up? So we do have he's running. Davis will save us. 81 rated quarterback. He's a quarterback, let's be honest. And we got Duck and Cooper. Did we end up with an athlete? No, we did not. All right, let's see what we can do here. As per usual, most of these guys will be moved right back to where they came from, but we at least have to double check just how good people are. I do have the priority list, yes. I do indeed. And it's risk it for the biscuit at the top of it if he's here. Okay, let's see what we have. So, Dimmadome, easily, of course, a fullback. He'll probably be our only one this year. Forgotten All-Tex is best at tight end, barely, but you're fat, who cannot catch a fucking football to save his life. He's at an 80 for tight end. Tick Tick Von Boom, obviously best at wide receiver. Matthew McConaughey. Shout out to Link. 7 months on the primer. I'm sorry if I don't seem too excited. I'm still trying to mentally recover from what the hell we just witnessed. But thank you, though. I greatly appreciate it. Whew. All right, as expected, yeah, we're moving most of these dudes back over to wide receiver, but it was at least worth double checking just how good they are. So yes, running back, we have 3. I mean, Imma DMs has certainly needed more here than he is at wide receiver. So 3 running backs, the fullback in Dimmadome, some wideouts in which we're going to need more because we have 2 seniors this year. And our 3 tight ends, we actually have a pretty good double team option, but they're both seniors, so... The O-line, this is going to be absolutely brutal. It was the #1 thing we were targeting in terms of recruits. I don't think we brought in a single one. If I'm not mistaken, we did not get a single offensive line recruit, even though we really did try. Well, let's see just how bad this is going to be. Move Cider to the inside, and it's going to be as bad as one would suspect. Keep Brick Wall on the outside. Keep Artifact on the outside. Keep England on the outside. Could move up Palestine in. We'll move Mono Ginobili in. Yeah, let's move up Palestine into the middle. So come on, England, and the senior I wax my taint will be the tackles. Glad to know Biscuits here. At guard, a combination of guards and centers. Ginobili's up by 2. Oh, Palestine needs to be our center. Easily. Move Ginobili over to right guard. He's up by 1. He goes up by 1. He also goes up by 1. We're not going to have enough people to really do this, are we? Move Brick Wall to right guard. And we got to move one of these dudes over to center, and it'll be Cider. Our offensive line has never been worse. It has never been worse, at least on that left-hand side. At least the blind side's looking strong. Again, like the full scope of just how disastrous the past 2 recruitment classes have been for us as a whole. We have gotten some top talent, but just how disastrous this has been, we still don't know the full ramifications of this yet. And I can't help but be pessimistic about it. I think it's going to be worse than we imagined. Especially till you factor in the red-shirted freshmen that we didn't keep. It's not looking too good. All right, so who's going where? Beef stud pile. We'll hold you there for the moment. Gordon, we'll hold you there for the moment. Boom Thundersticks. Also be held. He hate me.
Good.
Definitely a defensive tackle. Shout out to Big Daddy Wadeski on the follow. What a name. Appreciate you. If I seem bummed out, it's because I am. Oh, man. Steve the Pirates. Put you at defensive tackle. Yeah, you're not really good enough to be a linebacker. Walker, Texas Ranger, can play either. Sheldon Holtz. I mean, he is a linebacker, and we pretty much have no choice but to move him back. His Can't type Toogs probably should be a defensive tackle. Necessary Tugnus, definitely a linebacker. Jenkins might have to be a linebacker, to be honest. I think he does. Again, we're going to have a real shortage. Even if someone's better on the D-line. I'm not quite sure about rock bottom yet and where they're going. David Robinson, definitely a linebacker. Ooh, I'm an E-girl, goes right back to linebacker. Goal line stand for the moment, we'll put you at linebacker. Okay, Manu Cerro definitely needs to stay. Papa Bowie goes back to linebacker. And honestly, Kill Fessel could be a linebacker as well. We actually have more talent available at linebacker than I would have thought. So let's see really quickly. We are going to be able to move a few of these people back, which is nice. So goal line stands way too slow. Move you back to the D line. David Robinson's way too slow. So is Manu Sarah, Liverpool 0. And then Holt, we want to train up there. I actually don't know if this will be enough. Don't know if this will be enough. Move Corn Puffy into the middle. Jenkins stays on the outside. Holt stays on the outside. Tugnis. I'm an E-girl. Kill Fessel. Baba Booey to the middle. I think we need, what, at least one more middle linebacker? If I'm not mistaken. We might need two more. I can't remember if we need technically. I think we need 4 in the middle. So Toogs definitely can't go. Is there anybody with a good amount of speed? Not really. This dude has 98 acceleration though. But he's not that good. So yeah, fuck it. It's going to have to be goal line stand that gets moved back. And moved to middle linebacker. I think that keeps us safe. I believe. We need one more defensive tackle. Those two are going to get better. So it's going to be better to move a lower overall player. Let's move Tim Gordon. He can be a more agile defensive tackle. So we'll move you over. We'll move you over. We'll move you over. Holy, did this defense just take a pretty big hit. Really, really did. The secondary, we're going to be so bad. We missed such a moment of opportunity. I can't get over it. I just can't get over it. I will eventually, but for the moment, I can't get over it. We lost out on such a chance for a great season. Let's see, +4 for Crunch, +4 for Fletcher. Dirt bikes are cool, move over. Palmer stays. Pickle Don Rickles. Postman up by 7. Wilson up by 8. Crabtree. The Unworthy actually gets worse. Ravioli up by 1. Spike him. Would be up by 2, but we need him to be our top corner. So we got 3. We'll move Captain Crunch over. Wilson drops by 1. Postman drops by 1. Dirt bikes are cool. Actually gets to be 1 better. Move Wilson over. I think all we need is 2 and 2 for safeties in terms of position minimum. That's what we're going to try for at least. And then, of course, we have our 2 guys here. Kick power and accuracy goes to On Command. He'll be our kicker this year. Laces out will be the punter. It's not overly pretty. It's really not. When you only bring in 6 recruits, I mean, what else do you really expect, I suppose? It's going to look a little bit better after training, though. We do have 2 solid quarterbacks, especially Davis, who's as a sophomore is an 86. We have 2 91 overall junior running backs. Receiver core looks amazing. It really does. Let's see, how much help do we get on the O-line? Left guard is a huge concern. The rest of the O-line's okay. Defensive line, not amazing. Linebackers looking okay. We might run a 3-4 this year. And then honestly, our secondary's okay. I don't know what we're going to run in terms of schemes, playbooks. This season, we shouldn't have to cut too many players because we didn't bring in too many new players. Oh, good. We're undersized by 9 players. Well, that made the decision easy because we don't have a decision to make. I hate it here. Right now, boy, don't I hate it here. Coaching skill trees. I don't really think we have anything to reset or to worry about. Yeah, we don't. Stay right here in Conference USA. I got nothing for this. I got nothing for just the disaster that we are currently living in. Eat your heart out, Jake Gyllenhaal. This is a real disaster movie. Okay. Obviously, we have players to rename. Let's do that so maybe we get into more positive spirits. Actually, well, let's take a look really quickly at what we're going to need on the recruitment board. Let's do that first. I can delete last year's list. Quarterback-wise, we have a senior and he's running, so ideally, we could kind of use a quarterback. Everything is the short answer. We need 1 to 2 running backs. We have a walk-on fullback in Sean Wagner, so we definitely need a fullback. Wide receivers, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 to 3 wide receivers. We need 2 tight ends. We're so fucking boned. Let's see. O-line is again going to be counted as yes. Defensive end. We could use 1 member of the defensive line. Defensive end, defensive tackle. Either way it works. We need a shitload of linebackers. A shitload. Corner, we should be okay. And we need at least 1 safety. We need at least 1 safety. And we're going to need a kicker / punter. Holy God. Let's go take a look at the list. Mobski, what's up, buddy? God help us this year. God help us with this recruitment class. If we have a 3rd disaster in a row, we're toast. We're absolutely done. The top recruit, yet again, is a Texan. It's Mike Barrett. He doesn't have interest in us, though. At least not immediate. And the other 5-star out of Marshall, Texas, the 5-star athlete Jeff Davis has locked us out. So, at quarterback, there are 2 4-stars, one of whom is interested in us. This quarterback ran a 4.46. So he is definitely interesting. Right. And then for 2-star quarterbacks, there are a couple who are interested. We got to set our sights higher than that. Running backs, we need 1 or 2. Couple of 4-stars. There is a 3-star. Couple of 3-stars that are interested in us. I think we're going to have to look at the 4-stars and hope for the best. A couple of fullbacks that are 3-stars and a 1-star that's interested in us. We need 2 to 3 wideouts. To add these other 4-stars to the list really quickly, we're going to run out of space. We're going to have to optimize this a little bit better. Tight end wise, couple of 4-stars. There is a 3-star that has some interest and another one that has even more. If we want to lose another battle to Houston. Okay, yeah, we have a decision to make. Do we want to set up the board trying to go for some of these 4-stars that might not be interested in us, or do we take the... I thought that guy's name was Davis. Do we take the easier route of just targeting players who are actually interested in us because we're desperate? And honestly, I think we might have to err on the side of desperation right now. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to remove every single prospect right now that we added to that list, and we're going to go back through. I think the other menu is easier to remove prospects from. Yeah, I think we can only afford to go for dudes who are interested in signing here. We just can't afford to risk it. Especially after last season, we just can't afford to get into a fight for players that we can't guarantee. All right. So with that said, quarterback might be the lone exception. But then again, it shouldn't be because we don't have an extreme need at quarterback. But I was interested in Lewis Roberts. I wanted to just kind of see how many 5 stars there were this year, too. Yeah, it might be the one exception, is Roberts. So focus on that 3-star. There is that 2-star. There's a couple of 2 stars, but obviously we got to aim higher. Running back wise, I don't think we can target the 4 stars. I mean, we could target the fastest one in Jason Quinn, but he's also listed as a power back. But we need like 1 to 2 running backs. Yeah, let's go for the 3 stars. These 2 3-stars that are the most interested: Alvin King, Curtis Jones. We'll go for them. We'll go for them. Fullback wise, let's go for Bryant Harris out of pure desperation. Wide receiver, we have these 4 stars that are interested. We'll stick with them for now. Tight end wise, Pedro Williamson. And a couple of 3 stars, Sidney Williams, Jeff Long, sophomore transfer. At tackle, a couple of 3 stars that we're in the running for. At guard, only 1 guy. There's a 4-star center, but I don't think we're going to target him immediately. Defensive line, we do need somebody. There's 1 dude who has us in 4th. Same for defensive tackle. Another guy has us in 5th. God help us. Linebackers. There's just nobody. Unless we target 4 stars, nobody's interested. We don't really need a corner, but we could convert him to safety. There's not a single corner who wants to come here. There's not a single safety. Well, there's 1, and we're in 5th on his list. Then we need a kicker or a punter. Could go for the 2 stars that are here as well, but I mean, we'll fight obviously for Kyle Outlaw quite a bit. And then for the athletes, nobody wants to come here. I think we're screwed. We have 10 spots left, though. We're at that point. We can just try to fight for the best available, right? At that point, 5 spots left. Probably try to fight for the best available? Maybe? At least in position of need? Or do we just focus on these 25? So there's the 4-star running backs. God knows. God knows. This dude's got the best squat. This dude's the fastest. I mean, athletes might be the better way to go. Honestly, from here, I think we just target athletes because obviously, again, dual position. At least for the 4 stars. I don't know what to do with these last 10 spots. Like, I am second guessing everything about us right now. Everything. We are going to go for the only 5-star Texan because it's Mike Barrett, at the very least. That leaves 9 spots left. Kicker and punter were fine. There's only 1 4-star safety, and Matt Johnson. We'll fight for him. What about the linebackers? We'll fight for Jamie Johnson. We'll fight for Evan Stanley. Defensive tackle, let's go ahead and add Ryan Reyes, Corey Dotson to the list. Maybe add a decent fullback. Fullback, I'm not worried about. It just needs to be literally whoever's there. Honestly, we do need defensive line help. I just don't know if I want to go after everybody. Let's see, there's one 4-star center with a 640 squat. We're going to go after Riggs. We're going to go after that center. Okay. I think that's what we need. I think that's what we can go for. I mean, again, 4-star running back, the 4-star wideouts. We are going after one 4-star tight end. It's tough. It's tough. So we have 1,000 points in which to scout. So we got the 4-star running backs. Is there anybody that we've added to this list that we think we're immediately out on? So far, not yet. Honestly, I'll just let the game do the scouting for us. It's fine. Well, I mean, God, even if we find out someone's trash, we still have to go for him. So yeah, we'll just let the AI do it. We'll figure out the red shirts after we rename some people. So the schedule, last year, we kicked it off against the armed forces options. This year, we were kind of told, hey, go with all Texas teams. I'm tempted to go back to armed forces options to try and get revenge. We do know that we have to schedule Texas State, as always, for the rivalry game. Honestly, yeah, it's just as much as I want revenge for the games last year. We're gonna go with some Texas teams. We'll play TCU for the first time. I don't know if I'm adding the Longhorns. Let's be honest. Don't know if I'm adding the Longhorns. We'll figure that out in a minute. Who else do we... Honestly, Houston have stolen so many of my goddamn players. Even though they're ranked, we're putting Houston. We're putting Houston on there because I am sick of their bullshit. I mean, Texas Tech would probably be a tough opponent as well. Troy is Texas, yes. Can I restate or can I reschedule the Texas State game? I can. Who's available in week 4 then? Appalachian State. Anybody else? Florida State, but that doesn't really fit the... Minnesota! Oh, that's right. Troy's Arkansas, not Texas. My bad. I was mistaken. Could be Texas Tech. Yeah. Or is it Bama? Who's to say? Baylor is an option. That's true. Are they up there? Yes, they were. Okay. We'll be heading... I think it's an away game this year against Texas. Let's host Houston. We'll host TCU, and then we'll head over to Baylor. That'll be the schedule this year. Not much traveling for the boys, at least outside of the state. So let's rename some players. All 4 of them that are available to be renamed.